Rpac Conference volleyball action tonight on 103.9 The Hawk online, highplainsradio.net, the 103.9 The Hawk app, and we're back on the Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. Rich Barnett, Bob Gulke at the Graph Event Center. We just had to go across town, Bob, which was great. Got two, I think, very competitive matchups tonight with Cambridge first against Paxton. Two teams that lost 5 setters last night.
Yeah, exactly. Really interesting situation for both teams as they both went 5 sets, so there's no real advantage or disadvantage. Paxton, of course, lost the first 2, came back, won the next 2, as opposed to the every other set sequence that Cambridge and Southwest went to. But no, looking forward to both of these games. Certainly the best thing about this type of a matchup is one of these teams is going to finish the tournament with a win, and not everyone can say that. So again, and then again, great matchup for the nightcap with Wallace, who hasn't lost since August 29th, by the way. So again, against a Southwest team that just, boy, really pulled it together in that 5th set last night.
And for Cambridge, you and I were talking. I know you had a chance to talk to Coach Carpenter. I had a chance a little bit. Is get that game match out of your mind a little bit, to forget about it. I know they were not happy with their 5th set. I'm sure Paxton wasn't happy with their 5th set, losing 15-5. Whoever can forget about last night is probably going to win this match.
Exactly right. And again, Cambridge is really in the hunt for a good berth, and a possibility of going to the state tournament with their point situation. They have a really tough Overton team in their sub-district, though. So that's really tough. Paxton, they're most likely going to have to win their sub-district to even have a shot at anything. But again, they've had a good year, 17-10 on the year right now. And again, three losses to Wallace. But again, they certainly want to come out here and get themselves ready for their sub-district as well.
And the one thing, I don't know if you mentioned it, you might have mentioned it, that if Cambridge would have won that matchup against Southwest, they probably would have hosted subs and over them Overton the same. But because of that last night, it's probably going to be out Overton now.
Most likely, yeah. Overton #1 in points before last night's matchup. And again, unfortunately for Cambridge, that probably did. They can't quite make up enough points here, even with a good. This would be a Division II score,
yeah.
I mean, for Paxton. But again, they probably just can't make up enough ground with the win tonight.
For Cambridge, they just get back to doing what you're doing, what you can do best, and you got to get that passing game. You got to get your hitters going. And last night, just at times, like in the game of volleyball, if you don't pass the ball well, your hitters have no chance, and you got to shake them out of bounds every time.
Exactly right. No, they want to remember the first and the third sets from last night and play like that. Again, that opening set, Rich, again, was 25-10.
Yeah.
And again, that's a pretty impressive set there. They really caught Southwest, just not quite in the game to start with. And again, for matchups like this, too, it comes down to a couple of things. Obviously, all the fundamentals. But, I mean, it's who wants to win more and who can execute better.
Thanks to all of our great sponsors helping us out on coverage once again of the Rpac Conference Volleyball Tournament Final Night. They include Divinity Motors, Adams Bank and Trust, also Stratton Auto Parts, Culbertson Bank, Hot Tub Brokers, McConnell Agency, Divinity Ford of Benkelman, Napa, Krutzer Construction, also Brooks Construction, Burton Well Drilling, Day and Night Services, Happy Seed Store, Harker Road Motors, Wyandotte, Hilltop Seeds, Cali Nelms, MMB Bank, and Norder Supply, some of our great sponsors helping us out our coverage. Once again, the Rpac tournament. We'll check the lineups, both Paxton and Cambridge. 3rd place game coming up here shortly. 103.9 The Hawk, and also on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Rich and Bob back here at the Graf Event Center of McCook Community College. Paxton and Cambridge finishing up their warm-ups, starting lineups, Mr. Golke.
All righty, we'll go with, I believe, the visitor on the scoreboard. That's the Paxton Tigers. They'll go with Madison Hanson. She's a 5'3" junior. Jaylee Hanson, also a 5'3" sophomore. Emily Nicholson, she's a 5'8" junior. Audrey Holm, 5'9" senior. Jacelyn Jorgensen, 5'10" senior. Abigail Nicholson, a 5'4" senior. And the head coach for Paxton is Lisa Mitchell. Cambridge will go with the same folks as last night. They'll go with Brooklyn Holtz, a 5'7" freshman. Mallory Springer, the setter, a 5'8" sophomore. Brylan Springer, hitter, 5'10" senior. Jalen Kent, hitter, 5'9" senior. Jocelyn Holtz, a 5'7" freshman. Aaron Johnson in the middle at 6'1" junior. And then their libero will be Bailey Allmeyer, a 5'3" senior. And the head coach, Lauren Carpenter.
For Paxton, Holm will get a lot of swings. She's their leading hitter, almost 4 kills per set, so she'll get the ball a lot. Also their top blocker, Jorgensen and Diggs, and Hanson, Maddie Hanson. I think that it says Madison, but I heard the coach say Maddie, whatever you want to call it. 5'3" junior is leading them in assists. I think Holm will also, they run a 6'2". So Holm, when she's not setting, she'll hit as well. So
exactly.
And then for Cambridge, we know about Jalen Kent and the great power she has, and Aaron Johnson and Brylan Springer. Those 3 will get a lot of touches. One thing I didn't mention last night, I can't believe we didn't mention, is the injury to Leah Downer about a month ago with I think a broken foot, and she's a senior with a starter, and did a lot of everything. Hit for him. Diggs defensively, I think it was a 6 rotation player, and they lost her for the season. That was big, losing a key player like that.
Absolutely. No, again, she could play again all 6 positions. She would go around. She would help block in the front row, of course. So again, yeah, that's again a chance for the younger players, of course, to step in and help. But yeah, that's a significant a setback for the Trojans to lose her for the course of the season. I'm sure she's very disappointed. But again, even with Paxton, Rich, they go 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" across the front, so they do have a little bit of height that can try and counteract some of Cambridge's inside strength there. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays out and who's playing who in the front row for both teams.
I see Jay and Jordan Johnson. I know, look at, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jay and Jordan are the are the officials, and look who one of the linesman judges is. No. The 2 linesmen are right next to Jay and Jordan down there.
Oh
well, my gosh.
Looks like Jay and Jordan are calling this game by themselves.
Jesse Jerome and some girl named Kaylin Barnett are the line judges. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Don't screw up a call, dear.
I think she's always wanted to hold that flag. I think she has a certain thing about that, a little flair out there with the flag. So, but no, looking forward to a good matchup. Jay and Jordan have done this conference tournament for a number of years, I believe. They were out west. They were at Wallace for the semifinals out there. So they got a chance to see those folks out there. And, again, as we I don't know if we mentioned last, but the group, the 2 ladies last night were from the Holdridge area, from what I was able to find out.
Just about ready. Both teams kind of finishing the warm-ups here at the Graf Event Center. Between Cambridge and Paxton, both the championship. You got the 2 top seeds battling out, Southwest and Wallace. Wallace has won this tournament 3 times. And before, Southwest has been in the finals 4 times, hasn't won it yet.
Yeah, again, for Wallace especially, I think this might be the year that they were looking for. Again, 24-2 or 27-2 now after last night's matchup. And again, they hadn't lost since August 29th. And their first match of the year was the Class B Hastings squad that's getting closer to 500. But they've really been the beast out there out west. They've played Sandhills Thetford. That was one of their other losses. And again, Sandhills Thetford is 23-4. So, again, not losing to anybody that they shouldn't, but they've really been on a roll. And again, playing a lot of those teams in the Mullen area and that Mid-Nebraska Athletic Conference. But again, I had a chance to see them on that first night, and they just seem to be a team that's able to not make a lot of mistakes and really chase down balls. So, yeah, going to be really a formidable challenge for Southwest.
We'll take a break, hear from some more of our great sponsors. Got the anthem, got the lineups, back with more here from the Graf Event Center here shortly on 103.9 The Hawk. We are back here to the Graph Event Cinema Cook Community College on 103.9 The Hawk, highplainsradio.net on 103.9 The Hawk app, and on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit it. Doesn't cost you a thing. And helps us and our numbers build those numbers a lot more. So glad to do it once again. Graph Event Center. Love to see people here at the Graph Event Center. But, of course, people live out of town, can't make it over here. Hey, sit back and enjoy our coverage once again. I think I got a good camera angle. This is kind of our perch up here in the upper left corner up here at the Graph Event Center. It's always kind of nice to be up here. So Cambridge and Paxton, both teams lost in 5 last night. Would love to go into the postseason with a win and some confidence, wouldn't they?
Exactly right. No, again, and both teams really had great efforts last night. You know, Paxton could have, especially they were down 2-0 to Wallace. So, again, they could have probably just kind of slid by if they wanted to, but they rallied to get the next 2 sets. So, again, and Cambridge, like I said, felt pretty good after the first and third sets, but again, just unable to kind of shut the door. And once that 4th set went away, Southwest kept their momentum and was able to knock them off. Both teams really didn't have the greatest of 5th sets, 15-3 for Cambridge and then 15-5, as you mentioned, for Paxton earlier. So once again, both teams want to get that bad taste out of their mouths, and they have an opportunity here tonight. And again, it's just a great place for the ladies to play too. I mean, I'm sure they enjoy playing here in the big venue. And it's just, again, great atmosphere. I'm anticipating, Rich, as this match goes on, I mean, the closer we get to 7 o'clock, this place will be filling up. I mean, there's going to be a lot of interested people to see that matchup.
5:30 is always kind of tough for people just getting off work, stuff like that. And yeah, we'll see this place fill up. And, again, it's kind of tough. McCook High is in town playing over at Hastings. Dang it, or against Hastings at the high school gym. I wish it would have been separate nights. I'd love to be over there for senior night tonight. We wish Coach Hoynes the best of luck, but that splits the crowd and everything. I see you've got I think a junior high game across the field over at Weiland Fields. That takes it away. So
busy place here. And
it is.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the Lady Bison most likely up in Valentine on Friday.
Yes, you
will.
And,
of course, Coach Hoynes going to try and definitely going to – this is a very winnable game for them against, again, a close to 500 Hastings team.
And that's a sub-district team as well that's in McCook's sub as well, so that would be a big – win as well. If feather in that half, they win that.
Yeah, again, nice to see who you're playing, and again, if nothing else, get a little better educated about your competition.
Lineups being announced right now. Cambridge and also Paxton is Cambridge in their orange jerseys, orange and black. Traditional streaks come out. Should be out in the next day or so.
Well, again, unless they're, again, there are games on Thursday this week for some
and
schools,
Friday.
And Friday too, yeah. So they may, there's a possibility of some points being probably adjusted, but I think a lot of things are pretty well set up for now. So, again, it's just going to be really interesting. It's going to be Monday and Tuesday night across the state next week are going to be a lot of hopes and dreams are going to be kind of furthered, and then a few are going to get crushed.
We are finally ready to get things going here on 103.9 The Hawk, also our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. As ready to rock and roll once again in this one. Best 3 out of 5, of course. Both matches tonight, best 3 out of 5. And some of those consolation matches on Thursday. And again, yesterday it was best 2 out of 3, but you're going full bore in this one.
No, exactly. And really, as it turned out, I think last night's matches in both Wallace and in Southwest, every the length of all the matches was the same. So, I mean, all the teams kind of pretty much took all their sets to get their victory. So, and again, as we mentioned, both of these teams go in 5 sets.
Bob Keys to the win in this one.
Well, again, it all starts with the offense. And, again, the thing that for most of these teams right away is they want to get that good first. If they're serving, they want to make that serve difficult to handle. And if they're receiving that serve, they've got to get that first pass to their proper setter. In Cambridge's case, they run the 5-1 offense, which means Mallory Springer will set all the way around. She'll set from every position. Wallace, again, as Rich talked about, they're going to run with the 6-2, which means their setter will always come from the back row. But, again, just getting that offense in a flow and, again, getting those good passes to their setter and getting good passes to the front line is really just going to be key for both teams.
Here we go, ready for a little volleyball here on 103.9 The Hawk, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Mallory Springer will serve first. Cambridge trying to pick up another win. Number 2 in the wild card point standings, right behind Overton, their sub-district foe. Good serve, line drive, picked up, set. Far side kill is picked up by Jalen Kent, bump set by Springer. Aaron Johnson will roll, shot over across court right on that sidelines all the way good. It's 1-0 Cambridge.
Nice start for the Trojans there. Excellent vision by Aaron Johnson. Didn't have the hammer shot there, so just went to the far right-hand sideline, dropped her in.
I got to remember to keep score tonight once again. 1-0 as they're searching for the volleyball. Kind of thought they'd have.
I think it went in the hospitality room, Rich.
Yeah, it
might have some brownie on it.
We might. We're going to have to check that out here a little bit later on. Mallory Springer back at the service line. Cambridge up 1-0 in the opening set. And the serve to go deep back. Jorgensen set up near side. Big tip, and it falls. Aaron Johnson gave a good chase that time, and that was Jaylee Hansen. I do believe that would tip, and it's now 1-1.
Yeah, again, good decision there. Again, just trying to tip it past the over the top of the front row and had it drop in before the back row players could get there.
My first chance looking at Paxton, so I got to memorize some names here. Good serve that time by Hansen. Bump set by Springer. Behind the 10-foot line, Brylan Springer. It's picked up by Paxton. It's going to be home with a big swing off a block, and it falls, and it's 2-1 Paxton.
Again, yeah, good offensive set by Paxton there. And again, as we talked about, that was it. Both of these setters have a lot of pressure on them to deliver that ball. They're the quarterbacks of the team. And again, they've got to get that ball in position for the front row players to put it away.
Jaylee Hansen back at the service line. Deep serve. This one's going to go long out of bounds. We're tied at 2 and a missed serve. We saw a few of those last night, didn't we?
We sure did. No, I was just going to comment, Rich. It's seemingly a different environment. And again, the spaciousness of this place last night was very loud, and I'm sure it was very loud in Wallace, too.
No question about it. Good serve by Aaron Johnson, and second pass could not be picked up by Maddie Hansen that time, their primary setter. It falls, and Cambridge got a 1-point lead, 3-2.
Yeah, again, just as we described there, again, not able to get the ball to the setter, had to run almost half the length of their floor space just to get that ball.
Aaron Johnson back at the service line, down that far sideline. Good first pass. Hansen tips it, set it over. Chance for Cambridge. Jalen Kent, roll shot down the line. It's wide, out of bounds. Missed opportunity that time for Cambridge. And we're tied at 3 in the first set.
Yeah, trying to go back to that back left corner there. And again, just a little bit too far wide. Paxton, again, they will challenge you at the net.
Sarah